Welcome back to the Strike Zone, your ultimate source for everything mixed martial arts. And today we're diving into some of the bloodiest battles in UFC history. Buckle up, because these fights are not for the faint-hearted. In no particular order, let's get into it. Our first bloodbath features Cain Velasquez versus Antonio Silva at UFC 146. Velasquez opened up a massive cut on Silva's forehead early in the fight. The canvas turned into a crimson sea as Velasquez dominated, ultimately securing a TKO victory. Next up, we have Penn versus Stevenson at UFC 80. Penn's elbow turned this bout into a blood-soaked spectacle. Stevenson's face was covered in blood, and Penn sealed the deal with a rear-naked choke, leaving a lasting image in UFC history. Stefan Struve versus Denis Stojnić at UFC 99 was another fight that turned into a gory affair. Struve suffered multiple cuts, making the octagon look like a horror scene before he managed to secure a submission victory. Jim Miller versus Joe Lauzon at UFC 155 was a back-and-forth battle that left both fighters drenched in blood. This three-round war saw Miller come out on top by unanimous decision, but both men's faces told the story of a true fight. At UFC 64, Sherk took on Florian in a fight that was as bloody as it was intense. Sherk's relentless ground and pound opened up deep cuts on Florian, and by the end, both fighters were soaked in blood. Sherk won by unanimous decision, but not without a cost. One of the most brutal wars ever, Rory MacDonald versus Robbie Lawler 2 at UFC 189, left fans in awe. Both fighters inflicted severe damage on each other, with MacDonald's nose breaking and blood flowing freely. Lawler emerged victorious via TKO in the 5th round. Mark Hunt versus Antonio Silva at UFC Fight Night 33 was a heavyweight clash that ended in a draw, but not without significant bloodshed. Both fighters gave their all, leaving the octagon stained with their efforts. Gunnar Nelson versus Oliveira at UFC 231 was a fight that turned into a bloodbath after Nelson's elbow split Oliveira's forehead open. The blood poured, but Nelson's relentless assault led to a submission victory. Jeremy Stephens versus Estevan Payan at UFC 160 saw Stephens deliver a beatdown that left Payan covered in blood. This was a relentless performance by Stephens, who earned a unanimous decision victory in a fight that showcased his brutality. Lastly, we have Renato Babalu Sobral versus Heath at UFC 74. Babalu opened up a nasty cut on Heath, and despite the bloodbath, he secured a submission victory. This fight is infamous for Babalu's refusal to release the choke immediately after the tap, adding controversy to the bloodshed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Stay tuned for more exciting content right here on the Strike Zone. Until next time, keep your guard up and stay in the zone.